Hi everyone, welcome to our practice. Making sure that you have everything that you like to use, from blocks to chairs, and making sure that your mat is up against the wall like this. And let's come and meet in Sukhasana on the mat. Crossing the right ankle in front of the left. Widening our sit bones apart, pulling them back. And exhaling forward, Yoga Mudrasana, fingertips to the floor, stretching the arms, lowering the head. Soft, smooth inhalations and exhalations. Now walking the hands to the right, so adding a slight twist to our extension. And with the exhale, grounding the left hip to the earth. And then to the left. And with the exhale, grounding the right hip to the earth. And then coming back up, changing the cross of the ankles, re-widening our buttocks back and out to the side, away from each other. Exhaling forward, Yoga Mudrasana. Lifting the forearms, making sure the elbows are straight, and turning the inner elbows as much as possible up to the sky, lowering the head down so the ears are in line as much as possible with the inner arms. And now coming to the right. And with the exhale, grounding the left hip down like an anchor from which we can extend and twist further. And walking now to the left. And the exhale moving into the outer right hip, grounding it down as we extend and gently twist to the left. And then coming back up and releasing. Vajrasana with the toes turned under, so greeting our feet here. Padmasana in Vajrasana, bring the arms in front, interlock the fingers, turn the palms out, and lifting the arms up. Feel the armpits opening. Keep pushing up through the heels of the hands. Make sure the lower back isn't arching. And 2. And 1. Bring the arms down, changing the interlock. And lifting back up. Feel both waists lengthening, lengthening. That's it, keep reaching up through the heels of the hands. And 2. And 1. Exhaling and coming down. Ardha Mukha Svanasana with our heels against the wall. So spread the fingers widely. Find the wall. And then press the heels back. Press the front thighs back. And lift the line underneath the buttocks to the sky. Keep renewing those actions over and over again. The neck and head hanging completely, the face softening. And the arms well stretched. Now walking forward for Paranusthasana. Feet the width of the mat. Inhale, looking up. Pull with your fingers on the big toe. And exhale, Paranusthasana. Elbows bending and broadening to the sides, so the back broadens, so the shoulders broadens, the neck hanging down completely. Squeeze the knees and thighs upwards as you press down into the feet, into the heels. And then releasing hands back to the mat. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels pressing into the wall. Activate the heels. Activate the front thighs. Activate the arms. And then looking up, move the sole of the left foot completely to the wall, flush to the wall, stepping the right leg forward. Coming forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Squeeze that back inner knee. Press the foot into the wall. Coming up. Lifting the arms, crossing one thumb over the other, and pulling the arms up and back. Up and back. Keep pressing that back foot against the wall, and 2 and 1. Coming forward, chaturanga, entering with the exhale. Chaturanga 2, moving forward. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Activate the legs, activate the arms. Relax the neck and head completely. Now move the sole of the right foot to the wall. Step the left leg forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Squeeze that back inner knee. Roll the thigh in. Lifting the arms, palms together. Cross one thumb over the other. Stretch up and back. Keep squeezing that back inner knee. Feeling the foot on the wall. Pressing into it as we peel ourselves open. And exhaling forward, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels to the wall. Push yourselves away from the hands. Press the shoulder blades into the upper back and relax the neck and head down. And now bending the knees and bring the knees to the mat and coming to sitting. Alright, we need a strap. We're going to lie down on our backs with our feet against the wall. We're coming to lie down in Supta Tadasana. Making a loop with the strap. The size will depend on you. Right leg up. Loop on the foot. Left hand holding, Parivrita Supta Parangushtasana. Bringing that leg across until the elbow can support you. And then with an exhale, pushing out through both of the feet simultaneously. Use the twist to help turn the abdomen towards the right so that it's yielding, it's softening, it's aiding our movement, not blocking it. And then bringing the leg back up and releasing to change sides. Left leg, right hand holds the loop, preparing for Parivrita Supta Parangushtasana. The elbow finding the floor to support us, And now exhale down the length of both legs and out through both feet. And keeping those actions, finding that softening in the abdomen area that enables us to gently twist and turn to the left. And then bringing the leg back up and releasing. Strap to the side, bending both of your knees, placing the feet on the floor, outer right ankle to the top of the left knee, holding on to the back of the left knee, interlocking the fingers, bringing that leg closer, and the right elbow is pushing the inner knee open. And now bringing the hands underneath the calf, lifting up so the inner elbow is folding around the outer shin. The left arm is pulling more. Then releasing the right arm, bringing it behind the head, holding hands and extending that left leg to the sky, lowering it down. Heel to the floor, sole of the foot to the wall, front thigh pressing down. Try to let the head go with gravity. And then releasing, bending the knees, feet back to the floor. Changing sides. Outer left ankle, lifting up, interlocking the fingers behind the back of the knee, and entering the opening, the elbow helping us. And then the hands, the arms, sliding inside, lifting up, so that when we bend our elbows, the inner elbow is holding the outer shin, and the right arm is pressing more than the left. And now releasing the left arm, bring that arm behind the head, holding hands, and then extending the right leg to the sky, and lowering the leg. Heel finding the floor, sole of the foot finding the wall, press the front thigh down. And with each exhale, try to go with gravity, with the upper back and with the skull towards the earth. And then releasing. And rolling back up, coming to arm balances now. So if it's hard for you to kick up this way, you can turn around and walk your feet up the wall so you get the bracingness in the arms and you wake this area up. Spreading the palms, spreading the fingers, lifting the left leg up. We're going to hop 3 times, so the right leg is doing the hopping. And then lifting. Try to spread the thumb more widely away from the index finger. Line those inner feet up and keep climbing the heels up the wall. The moment you feel that the heels are coming closer to the floor, it means you're shortening the body. So press down into the hands and re-lift, re-lengthen, and 3, and 2, and 1. Coming down, Uttanasana. Slightly turn the heels out so the inner groins can better roll back. Hold on to the upper outer arms, hanging Uttanasana. Rip the quadriceps up, pull the elbows down. And now releasing, and back to the wall, hopping up with our other leg, spreading the palms, spreading the fingers. Lifting the right leg, we're going to hop with the left leg 3 times and lift. And lifting. Look at your hands, spread them apart, broaden the base from which you're connecting with the earth. And from that actively press down to lift up. Press down to lift up. Get taller, elongate. And preparing to come down. Widen the feet, turn the toes in, the heels slightly out. Change the cross of the arms from your last Uttanasana and lower the head down. Pull the upper arms back behind the ears. That's it, now pull the elbows down. Grip the quadriceps up. Relax the face completely. And then releasing the hands and coming back up. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Reactivate those front thighs, push them back. Now stepping the right leg forward to a nice wide lunge. Keeping the foot in the middle of the mat. Lower the back knee to the ground. Turn this right foot onto its side. Bring the right arm underneath, extreme pigeon pose. As we come down, we want to be able to kiss the inner foot. Long, soft, smooth inhalations and exhalations. Keep relaxing the expression on the face, keep broadening the shoulders, just sinking into that with gravity. And then coming back out, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Lift the fingertips up, lift the toes up. Sharpen the elbows, sharpen the knees, and sharpen the sit bones to the sky. And now step the left leg forward to a nice wide lunge, resting the back knee on the ground. Coming onto the outside edge of that front foot, left arm underneath for support. Extreme pigeon. With an exhale, surrendering to the feet. Let the exhale guide us into deeper and deeper release. And then back up. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels pressing back against the wall. Immediately lift the fingertips, press into the heels of the hands. Feel the arms become steadier. Push away from the heels of the hands, lowering the head down. Lift the toes, be in the balls of the feet. Press the heels back. Feel the knees sharpen. And now sharpen those sit bones up to the sky. Lower the head completely. Soft, smooth inhalations and exhalations. Maximize. And 3, and 2, and 1. Walking forward. Keep the width of the mat. Heels slightly turned out. Padahastasana. Hands underneath. Press the feet down into the heels of the hands. Look up. Grip the legs and exhale, pulling ourselves closer. With each exhale, relax the skull completely. And then releasing the hands and coming back up. All right, we need a blanket, we need the wall, we're coming for Pashasanas interspersed with Uttanasanas. So we folded the blanket up once, and you can fold it up again as needed for your heels to really be able to press firmly and evenly into them. Setting that blanket up and just testing out the distance. Not too close and not too far. And then making sure the feet are lined up, the inner knees are lined up. And let's turn and twist to the right. Bashasana with the wall. Try not to close the chest down. Roll the front shoulder back, turning, twisting. Press the heels firmly. With each exhale, twisting. And 2. And 1. To the left hand side. Make that arm firm on the leg firm on the arm. Feel that pressure there, helping us to twist. Press the heels down. Lift the chest up. Keep turning and twisting. And 3. And 2. And 1. Releasing. Widening the feet apart. Holding onto the back heels. Uttanasana. You can see your knees, make sure they're not falling, grip them up so you feel the heads of the femur bones coming into the hip sockets, the neck and the head hanging completely. And then bending the knees and back down for Pashasana. Twisting to the right, try to get in a little bit more with that bent arm, really fixing your position there, and press to turn and twist with each exhale. And 3, and 2, and 1. Release, ready for the left. Try to get in a little bit more deeply with that arm. Press, turn, twist, activate. Each exhale helping us to twist more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Releasing, Uttanasana. Relax the neck and the head. Release all tension with the exhale. So keep the grippiness in the legs, the sharpness in the femur bones. The inner groins rolling back. And then bending the knees. Pashasana to the right. Really getting right in there to deepen the twist. Walking that hand back to increase the twist. And 3, and 2, and 1. And releasing to the left. Walking that left hand back. Move with the breath, little micro movements. And 3, and 2, and 1. And releasing, Uttanasana. The crown of the head lining up with the earth, so the back of the neck is completely long. Suck the inner knees up to the inner groins and roll the inner groins back. And then bending the knees and coming back up. Okay, we're going to move this away and come back for an extreme pigeon pose, starting from Adho Mukha Svanasana with our heels against the wall. Spreading the thumbs, the fingers widely, turning the inner elbows forward, and finding Adho Mukha Svanasana. Renewal the actions. And now step the right leg forward. Rest the back knee, come onto the outside edge of that foot, keep moving that foot forwards, it's in line with the face, right arm underneath. And exhaling down. And then back out and chaturanga dandasana with the exhale. And chaturanga 2. And urdhva mukha svanasana. And Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels to the wall. Press them back, lift the sit bones, lower the head. And stepping the left leg forward. Nice wide lunge, back knee to the ground, now onto the outer foot. Left arm underneath. And exhaling forward. Hands back to the mat, chaturanga dandasana with the exhale. Chaturanga 2, pushing ourselves forward, urdhva mukha svanasana. Lift the chest higher, like our handstands, press down to lift up. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, heels to the wall. And then inhale, looking up. We're going to jump and be on our knees at the front of the mat. Widen the feet apart. Pull the calves back out. Pull the feet in. Supine. Stretch the arms above the head. Confine the wall and press the fingertips into the wall. This helps us to keep the shoulder blades going down the back rather than lifting towards the wall, which would hunch the trapezius muscles upwards towards the ears. So keep pressing the fingertips, activating the arms, shoulder blades going down the back, front thighs pressing down. Relax the face of all expression. Keep the breath fluid, even. Feel that richness of presence, even in pain or discomfort. And send hands to the feet, making our way back up, widening the knees apart, Yoga Mudras. Deepen those front groins back. And then coming back up. And straightening the legs straight in front for Paschimottanasana. Widen the sit bones back and out to the sides. Lift the chest. Inhale the arms up. Exhaling forward. Paschimottanasana. Keep rolling the inner groins towards the floor. Keep pressing the front thighs down and gripping the legs. Evening out the breath with attention. And through the breath, adjusting, aligning, Feeling the posture have more and more integrity and fullness. And then looking up and sitting back up to Dandasana. And now bending the left leg into Virasana. And coming for Kranchasana. Interlocking the fingers. Drawing that knee closer towards us. And then from there just extending the neck. Pull with the hands to help lift the chest higher and higher. Pull also with the hands to really draw the right femur bone into the hip socket continually. Bringing the leg closer and closer and closer. And 3 and 2 and 1. Releasing. Changing sides. Right leg into Virasana. Kranchasana. Drawing the thigh towards us, the knee towards us. And from there, extending. Pull with the hands to lift the chest. Pull with the hands to pound that left femur bone into the hip sockets. See if the leg can come closer and closer and closer, and 2 and 1. Bending back down and releasing. Both legs straight out in front, widen the feet and widen the buttocks back and out to the side. Paschimottanasana with feet spread. Urdhva. Exhaling forward. Lift the elbows, don't let them drop towards the ground. Move the shoulder blades down the back, feel the neck lengthening. And gently lift the belly button towards the lower back so that the organs aren't falling. And then looking back up and releasing. Double pigeon pose. Left leg underneath, right leg on top. Exhaling forward. And to the right. The exhale guiding us in that twistingness. And to the left. And then back up and changing sides. Outer left ankle on the right inner knee. Exhaling forwards, Yoga Mudra. And to the right. This elbow is bending, helping us to really twist as we lengthen. and to the left. And then back up and uncrossing. Okay, we're going to come to Shalabhasanas. So we'll move our mat a little bit away from the wall, and if you like to have a blanket laid on the mat for the pressure of the pubic bone, then make sure to grab that too, kneeling back on the mat. Okay, if you've got a blanket, when we lie down, you want to make sure that the blanket is just above the pubic bone, not too high in the abdominal area. And then placing the elbows, the forearms on the ground, roll the thighs in, and push into the forearms and move the sternum forward. Feel the abdomen stretching. Feel the skin of the abdomen stretching. Go deeper into that. Keep pressing the tailbone down towards the ground, the pubic bone towards the ground. Push into the elbows to stretch more and more the front abdomen. And having prepared that, let's now bring the arms behind the back, cross the thumbs, stretch the arms already, reaching with the little pinkies, and we're doing half Shalabhasana first, so the front feet and the thighs will stay on the mat. Lifting with the exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep reaching back with the fingers, pressing the middle buttocks down. Stretching the abdominal space. Rolling those front shoulders back. Lift the hands higher. And 3, and 2, and 1. Coming down. And releasing, resting. Roll the thighs in again. Come back onto the elbows. Press into the elbows to move the sternum forward and to reignite the stretch of the abdomen there. And now, bring the hands behind, changing the cross of the thumbs, activate the arms. Ardha Shalabhasana. Inhale and exhale. Keep the front feet firm. Lift the hands higher. Reach. And coming back down. Exhale, relax tension. Come back onto the forearms. And this time, turning to the right, bending the right leg. Ekapada Vikasa. Press that front foot down. Feel the front thigh stretch open. Don't let the right buttock lift up. Press the right buttock down as you press the foot down. And releasing to change sides. Ekapada Vikasa. Keep the middle left buttock firmly pressing down as you press the foot down. And then releasing. Bring the inner feet towards each other again. Roll the thighs in. Shalabhasana. Bring the arms behind the back. Cross the thumbs. Activate the arms. This time we'll lift the feet up too. Remember that it's less about the arch than the length and then the arch. So lifting with the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the hands higher, and 3, and 2, and 1. Coming down, and releasing. Ekapada Vikasa. Back onto the forearms, bend the right leg, place the hand on top of the foot, press down. And releasing to change sides. Eka para Vipassana on the left. And back down, roll the thighs in, preparing for our second Shalabhasana. Bring the arms back, change the cross of the thumbs, activate the arms, preparing, inhale, and exhale, lifting. Go with the idea of length. Shoulder blades going down the back and pressing forward as the arms pull back. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Coming down. And back onto the forearms. Ekapada Vinyasa. Right leg first. Pressing and releasing, changing sides. Left leg. Press with the exhale. And 2, and 1. And releasing. Dhanurasana, Ardha Dhanurasana. Bending the knees. Now here you can see as you bend the knees, if your knees are not on the blanket, we need to do a little rearranging. Turning this way to have the whole length. Alright, bending the knees. Make sure your knees are coming closer together but your feet are slightly apart. Reaching the arms back, holding onto the outer ankles, and then flexing the feet, pulling the toes down towards the ground. Upper outer arms are moving back. Inhale, and exhale, lift the trunk. Let the shins help pull you back, lifting the trunk. Try to press the middle buttocks down. Flex the feet. And 2, and 1. Coming down and releasing. With an exhale, let go of everything. Okay, continuing, knees in towards each other, bending the knees, with the arms reaching back. Flexing the feet, toes down towards the earth. Inhale and exhale, lift the trunk, pulling the shins back, winching us into the pose. And releasing, coming down. With an exhale, relaxing everything. And back up. This time we're going to point the toes and lift the legs up too. So make sure the thighs are rolling in towards each other first, inner groins moving towards the sky. Bending the knees. Bring the arms back. Point the toes, keep them pointed. Upper outer arms moving back. Inhale. And exhale, lifting. Pointing the toes up to the sky, shins back. And exhale, releasing. And coming down. Melting with the exhale. Pushing ourselves back up, moving our blankets to the side. Supta Virasana at the front of the mat, strap around the legs. Widening the feet apart. Moving the calves back and out. Taking that Virasana seat. And then placing the strap. Press the outer edges of the feet down. Tilt the pelvis as we make our way down to Supta Virasana. Buttocks going towards the front of the mat. Middle buttocks pressing up, just like in our Ekapada Vikasanas, the middle buttock is pressing down. Here we've reversed the pose, if you will. Middle buttock pressing up. Cross the thumbs, stretch the arms. Soft, smooth, even inhalations and exhalations. Re-relax the face from effort. Feel the stretch of the abdomen here. Feel the freedom of the ribs. And then bring the arms back up, change the cross of the thumbs, and re-stretch the arms back. Press the front thighs down. Make sure you're still moving the buttocks towards the knees and the middle buttocks pressing up. There's a windstorm going on outside today. I mean, a windstorm. Everything is rattling. The shutters, the trees are snapping. You can probably hear it, which is why I'm mentioning it. Apologies for that. And then bring the arms back up, hands to the feet. Making our way out. Widen the strap to widen our knees. Yoga Mudras. Deepening the front groins as we come forward and making sure to lift the belly button towards the lower back so the organs are supporting the lower back. Okay, we're moving our mat back into the wall for a quick little arm balance and taking the strap and using that around our arms just above the elbows. The loop from the inner armpit to the inner armpit. Finding our entry point, inner elbows facing forward, straighten the legs. Left leg lifting, hopping with the right. 3 times. And lift. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Coming back down, releasing the strap. Uttanasana. Hanging Uttanasana. Move the upper arms behind the ears. Grip the knees and thighs up. Pull the elbow tips down. Inner groins rolling back. And then our second and final one, placing the strap back on, and we'll be lifting and hopping with the other legs. Inner elbows facing forward. Lifting the right leg up, and hopping with the left 3, and 2, and 1. Stabilize the breath, send it everywhere, have that presence. Getting taller and taller and taller. And 3, and 2, and 1. Coming back down, widening the feet, changing the cross of the arms, hanging Uttanasana. Press down into the feet to grip the knees and thighs up. And releasing and coming out. Alright, it is now time for Shirshasana 1. So if you like to use the wall, take the wall. We'll move the straps to the side, take some padding for the crown of the head, and come to our Shirshasana 1. Alright, entering. Remembering never to allow the elbows to widen. Crown of the head to the floor, the hands supporting the back skull. Lift the shoulders up and press the forearms down. Straightening the legs. And lifting Shirshasana 1. Like our arm balancers, press down to lift up. Stabilizing ourselves through even breath. Front thighs ironing continually towards the thigh bones. Make sure the middle buttock isn't hanging, that it's pressing forward as the front thighs are pressing back. Sacrum moving towards the heels. Twenty seconds left, just doing a 3-minute hold. Keep lifting the shoulders up, pressing the forearms down. Over and over again, renewing those essential actions. And now slowly, with control, lowering. Yoga Vajrasana. Palms facing each other. Shoulders broadening away from the ears. And now bringing the hands behind the back, shoulder openers, interlocking the fingers together, tips of the thumbs touching, and lifting the arms up. Think Shalabhasana arms. And now inverting the hands so you're pressing the heels of the hands up to the sky. And then lowering the hands in order to change the interlock. Tips of the thumbs touching. And re-lift the arms up. Try to be sure not to over-press into the forehead. And now invert the hands and press the heels of the hands up to the sky. And then exhale and releasing child's pose, arms by the side of the body. And then coming back up. Okay, last little burst of back bends before our Sarangasana. So 2 blocks and a strap. And the mat right up against the wall like this. See there. Okay. Alright, the 2 blocks are here. Well, it's grey and grey, so I'll just lift up to make sure you can see. This way. The head is going to be in between those blocks. And we're going to put the strap around our legs to make sure that we don't splay our knees apart as we lift up. So holding the outer thighs in. Okay, lying back down. So we'll lift up first to the crown of the head, and then we'll lift up all the way. The wall is there to guide us for our chest to move towards the wall, which will help to give us inner expansion and openness. Alright, placing the hands in position. Make sure the elbows aren't going out. Inhale and exhale to the crown of the head. Move the hands back a little bit. Draw the outer elbows in. Once you feel your stability, inhale and exhale, lift. That's it. Try to straighten the arms. Try to get the chest closer and closer to the wall. Pumping. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Coming back down and laying here with the lower back completely supported on the ground. Placing the hands back on the block, bringing the heels closer to the buttocks. Inhale and exhale to the crown of the head. Move the hands back, outer elbows in. Lift the toes up, bring the shins towards the knees. Inhale and exhale, lift. Pumping ourselves closer to the wall. And 5 and 4. Press the back ribs up. And 2 and 1. Coming back down. Lower back to the floor. Arms extended. With an exhale, release and relax everything. All right, third and final one. Bring the hands back to the top. Scoop those outer elbows in, bring the heels towards the buttocks. Strap is in the way, there we go. Inhale and exhale the crown of the head to the floor. Move the hands back. Prepare, stabilize, lift the toes up, lift the shins up. Press the middle buttocks to the sky. Inhale and exhale, lift. See if you can walk the feet closer. Stretch the arms. Pump yourselves closer to the wall, head back. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Coming back down. And releasing. Lower back onto the mat. Let the inner knees rest against each other. Relax the abdomen towards the earth. And now just taking the straps off the legs, and we're going to whirl ourselves gently around and bring the feet up onto the wall. You can move these blocks, getting in a little bit closer by pushing into our elbows and coming in. Viparita Karani, reintegrating the femur bones into the hip sockets. The sacrum spreading with that action, the lower back broadening and connecting to the earth. Keep the inner feet lined up and the outer edges of the feet coming towards the outer hips. We're not doing this as Shavasana, we're just reintegrating after back bends. And now bending the knees, Baddha Konasana. You can help with your hands with the inner groins to roll open. And for the next few exhalations, each exhale going to the abdominal area, releasing and resting in that area, creating a bowl shape, a nice rounded bowl shape as the abdomen descends. And then coming out, pushing ourselves back up. Okay, Sarvangasana. So getting our blankets, or maybe some of you like to use 2 bolsters instead of blankets, a strap, leaning back here on the mat. Blankets, bolsters, strap, loop from the inner armpit to each inner armpit. Having that ready on the side. And coming in for our Sarvangasana. Finding a relaxed halasana, rolling the shoulders back already, and then taking the strap and placing it in position just above the elbows. And then placing the hands on the back and lifting up Sarvangasana. You can see your feet in front of you. Make sure the inner toes are lined up and widen the inner heels apart so that the inner groins can roll back. See if you can get your hands higher and higher up the back. Try to relax the hardness in the face, but to keep charging the legs up. Keeping the left leg where it is, slowly lowering the right leg. Ekapada Sarvangasana. Make sure the knees are straight, the inner knees tight. And back up to Sarvangasana. And now keeping the right leg where it is, and slowly lowering the left leg down. Ekapada Sarvangasana. Squeeze the inner knees. And back up to Sarvangasana. And lowering both legs back to the floor behind us. Halasana. Push the front thighs up. Stretch the arms, interlock the fingers. Press the arms down to lift the back ribs up. Even out the breath. Inner groins rolling to the sky. And now changing the interlock of the fingers. The second side of Halasana. Keep ironing the front thighs to the thigh bones. Keep the arms firmly pressing down. The back ribs pressing up. And now bending the knees, bending the elbows, taking the strap off. Bringing the inner knees to the outer ears, being on the tops of the feet and wrapping the arms around behind the knees. Karapakasana. Long, full, deep inhalations and exhalations, filling the back lungs. And now changing the cross of the arms, resettling Second side of Calibrations. Fingers coming into the hip sockets. Relax the face completely. And now releasing the hands, and we're slowly going to unroll back down and move ourselves backwards. So just the lower back is on the blankets, the inner knees resting against each other, and the abdomen pooling towards the lower back. Long, soft, smooth inhalations and exhalations. Repacifying anything that's still holding on with effort, with unconscious tension, sending the exhale everywhere. And now rolling over to the right, coming back up. Almost there. We're going to move our blankets, take a strap, and come for a last final round of Supta Parangushasans before Shavasana. We have our strap, feet to the wall, Supta Parangushasana. And then placing the strap on the right foot, left hand holding the strap. Parivrita Supta Parangushasana. Push out through both of the feet and twist and turn to the right, the abdomen yielding. And then coming back up through Supta. And then the left leg, right hand holds the loop, and coming to the other side. Parivrita Supta Parangushasana. The abdomen yielding, turning. These final precious openings, moments of release. And then back up, almost there. Both knees bent, both feet in the strap, tighten the loop, buckle in the middle. Stretch the arms down the strap, Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, 90 degrees. Press the front thighs back. Pull the outer edges of the feet down towards the outer hips and draw the femur bones into the hip sockets. Feel the sacrum broaden, the lower back broaden, the abdomen pooling towards the lower back. And with the inhale, lift the side ribs off the lungs. Get that maximum expression of broadness and freedom. Stretch the arms. And then bending the knees, and we can just loosen the strap and place it around the ankles. We'll just keep that in Shavasana. Perhaps a little blanket for the neck and head. So with the strap around the outer ankles, we can really roll the feet open, and there won't be any tension because they're being held open. Then really roll the thighs open and move the buttocks towards the heels. So you've still got that broadness of the sacrum lower back and connection to the earth. Arms extended, collarbones long. And when everything feels just right, inhale and exhale, closing the eyelids and melting into the ground. Shavasana. And now bringing the hands and resting them on the abdomen. As the eyelids open, expanding our vision. And then rolling over to the right hand side, pushing ourselves back up. And Congratulations, we did it. Our practice is complete. May you be filled again if you needed that. May you be calmed if you needed that. And sharing your brightness. Namaste. I hope we practice again together soon. Take good care.